Everyone dreams of having the most fun possible in GTA5, so let's look at some vehicles that will make your dreams become a reality. And let's start with the Scramjet. It's hard not to mention it first since it is such a good vehicle. Its features are vast. It has a jump function which makes the car jump vertically so you can jump over various obstacles. You might also notice interesting back design, which is for a reason, because this car also has two rocket boosters. Those rocket boosters are super fun if you chain it together with the vertical jump function. You will be able to launch yourself in the air and all over the map, fly over various buildings, and that is just super fun to do. Just watch out for any pools, since this car is weirdly attracted to them. And not to forget the last feature, which is this car's amazing homing rockets. They are truly amazing since they track any enemy with an absolute perfection, and if you lock onto someone and shoot, you can certainly guarantee that that launched rocket will hit them. And if you just want to be normal, this car is pretty fast on the road too. Another fun vehicle is one of the newer ones. It's the F-160 Raiju jet. And if you are wondering how fun can a jet really be, this one is fun. To start, it is the fastest vehicle in this game, which is 1 point on the fun scale. This jet also has very unique feature, the stealth mode. You just have to press one button and the whole jet becomes invincible to other players on the minimap. And you can enjoy the peace and quiet or just scare other people by appearing next to them. It's your choice. So that's another point on the fun scale. And on top of all those things, this jet can transform since it is a VTOL aircraft, meaning that even though it is the fastest plane, you can still go into VTOL mode and land anywhere you desire, or become a taxi for other players and carry them all the way to the maze bank. And that's a third point on the fun scale, so I can certainly say this jet is super fun. Oh, and of course, it has missiles and machine guns if you have a need to show your anger. Oppressor Mark I is an amazing vehicle, and probably when you hear the word Oppressor, you think of the Oppressor Mark II, which all griefers use. And I'm not talking about this one since it is not all that fun. I'm talking about its predecessor, the original Oppressor Mark I, which is unlike the Mark II, super fun. It is quite a weird vehicle since it is a bike, but at the same time it has wings and a rocket booster. These two things is what makes Oppressor Mark I so fun. Extending the wings and boosting will make this bike fly, and to control it and keep yourself floating in the air, you have to go up and down to keep the momentum. And when your momentum is gone, just touch the ground or a solid surface with both of your wheels and your boost will recharge and you can keep flying. It takes a bit of skill to fly, and honestly, that is probably why it is so fun to fly. And you won't have to stay at low altitude, you can actually fly really high from boosting off of building roofs or building walls, and I was even able to reach the top of the maze bank, which is quite cool in itself. Also, if you do your bunker research, you will be able to unlock homing missiles, which can come in handy if anyone wants to ruin your fun. One vehicle you might not think is fun is the Brickade 6x6, and besides being the acid lab, which is great business by the way, it is super fun, but only if you equip the big scoop ramming weapon on it. This scoop will launch any cars or trucks far out of your way, and ramming with this vehicle specifically is super fun since the Brickade is really heavy, meaning you don't slow down from hitting someone. And if you want to troll other players and ram them out of the way, it is good too. And if they get angry at you, you will be completely safe, since to blow up the Brickade 6x6 you will need 48 homing rockets, and
ain't nobody got time for that.
And on top of the scoop, you have access to different mine options, which are all non-lethal. My favorite and the one I have equipped are the kinetic mines. You can stack 4 of them, and that will make any vehicle launch in the air when they hit those mines. And that is super fun to just do for yourself or to troll other players. And you don't even need to buy this vehicle since you can get it for free. For that you will have to complete first those missions, and then in one of the missions you will steal the Brickade 6x6. And from that point you will be able to call it in from your quick menu under the service vehicle tab. I mentioned the Brickade 6x6, which you can get for free, but together with it you also get Manchez Scout delivery bike, which just happens to be super fun too. This bike is fast and has great and unique upgrades, but it's not the reason why it's so fun. The reason is that you can wheelie this bike, and it's the only bike in the game that actually has infinite wheelie. In other bikes, yeah sure, you can pull a wheelie, but while in a wheelie with the Manchez Scout you can take turns, accelerate and even brake while still being on one wheel. This is so much fun to do, and just driving around the map aimlessly is amazing. While you are in a wheelie, this bike will let you hit any object and won't throw you out of the bike. Instead, together with the bike, you will launch over that obstacle. This means that you can drive around and hit amazing gems and do cool tricks which won't take much effort on this bike and be really joyful activity to do. Toreador might just seem like a normal car to you, but it's way more than that. For starters, it has rocket boosters which recharge in 3 seconds, meaning you can non-stop boost yourself all around the map. And unlike the Scramjet, you don't need to worry about water since this vehicle is also a submarine. And if you're wondering, you can also use the rocket booster underwater and even jump out of the water like you are a dolphin. Besides that, it also has great missiles with also amazing tracking. And if you really need to go after someone, you can just shoot them and skedaddle out of there using the boost. Keeping with the normal not normal car theme, the Deluxo is also super fun. It is also a regular car until you press a button and convert it into hover mode. In the hover mode, you can hover above the road and still act like a regular car, or extend the wings and go up and become a flying car. It's super fun just to convert this vehicle into flying mode and then back to car mode, and during that time you can just flip around and try to catch the car before it crashes down to earth. It's also great since you don't have to think where you want to go while driving and what road to get, you just press a button and fly where you need to. Now, a whole type of vehicles that are also really fun are the Imani Cars. These cars are special in that they look like regular cars but have hidden features. These cars, when you take them to the agency garage, have upgrades like the armor plating, which will make your cars withstand a lot of homing rockets before blowing up. And you can also put lock-on missile jammer, which won't allow other players' missiles to lock onto you. And this feature can be very useful in a few ways. Lock-on missile jammer will actually let you do a lot of missions, or even just let you drive around the map without getting bothered or attacked by random people. And even if you get attacked, you can be safe inside the car since enemies won't be able to lock onto you, and if they do hit you, you still have armor plating so you won't blow up. Or you can use these features more of an offensive way. If you see a griefer in the lobby, and if you play a lot of public lobbies, it won't be hard to find them. You can go after them and it will be really hard for them to catch you or kill you since you can move around the map, and even if they jump in a vehicle with homing rockets, they won't have much to do since you are a moving target which they won't be able to lock onto. So you can easily say that Imani Cars are super fun. So these were the cars I think are really fun, but tell me in the comments what cars are fun to you. If you found this video entertaining, please subscribe, and as always, I will see you lovely people in the next one. Have a wonderful day. And not to I cannot speak today, man. Is one of the newer... Man, I cannot fucking speak. Ain't nobody have time for that.